welcome into another episode of the Movie Geek Podcast. I'm your host, George T., and this is going to be a dual episode where I'm going to do the weekend box office report as I always do, but also my September top 5 most anticipated movies that I am looking forward to this month, and hopefully we'll get to see. So, and hopefully the trailers will be all along with it. Also, I'm going to drop one extra trailer because it looks so good. And it is Marvel. So, if you haven't seen it, it just dropped yesterday. So, yeah, it looks good. Definitely good. Okay, without further ado, let's go over it. But first, like, subscribe, comment, share. You guys are doing it. You guys are doing awesome. Just, interact a little bit more, comment and whatnot. So let's get the ball rolling here. We are looking at the box office report. And as you saw by my tongue-in-cheek uh, thumbnail, that one movie made it into the top 5 as a re-release on its 50th anniversary. So let's get to the box office report. The Roses cracked the top 5, 6.2. This is the remake of War of the Roses, and it looked pretty funny. I will eventually see this movie, but was not on my to-do list this weekend. I did see a few movies. I will drop some reviews of those movies this week. Freaker Friday, hanging in there in the top 5. It dropped one more spot from the third spot to 4 at 6.6. Caught Stealing jumps into the top 5. I did want to see this movie, and I will catch it this week. It made 7.8. And yes, number 2 was the re-release of Jaws on its 50th anniversary, 8.1. So, I did see Disney Plus had dropped the Jaws at 50 documentary. There was one bit of information in there that I really did not know. And obviously, I've seen a lot of the documentaries, I've seen a lot of the interviews with the cast and so on. But Spielberg saying that he had some PTSD um, while filming this and is quite shocking to me that he, really had this kind of angst over this movie. But I mean, understandably, I guess, with all the expectations and all the problems that it had with the mechanical shark at times not working and stuff, and just, feeling that he wasn't going to be able to do it, and, look how it turned out. Like, so, but he also had a lot of, hard nights sleeping after this movie came out. So that's kind of very interesting. And then, you know, look at look where it's at now. It's 50 years and people still love it. I mean, it is a timeless classic. It made me not want to go in the water for a long time. I am not a beach goer, so yeah, it's because of Jaws. Finally, back to number 1 after a ridiculous week off, I want to say, being knocked out by K-pop Demon Hunters, which only appeared last weekend, but then back to Netflix. So now Netflix has 2 K-pop episodes. They have the original movie and then the sing-along version that they put out in the theater. But Weapons goes back to number 1. I will see this week and I will have a review for you at 10.4. So the numbers aren't there because it's a holiday weekend. It's the weekend before kids go back to school. It's usually a downtime. Not this badly though. So, but again, it's the box office for a Labor Day weekend. But as we're ramping into September and October, the spooky season, there's going to be lots of horror movies, and I will be talking about a few here in this episode of my top five that I am truly looking forward to this month. But let's get to what is coming out this weekend. So we have a few movies coming out, but we also have a lot of re-releases coming out. So they are putting out movies like Hamilton, the musical movie they put out, is getting re-released. Uh, there is documentaries. There is a few other smaller movies that are getting re-released. I'm not going to go over those. But here are some of the newer movies that are coming out this weekend. There's not many of them because, again, uh, we're getting into the back to school set, so there's not a lot of big movies coming out this week. But there's also the film festivals going on right now, so those movies will start to plot themselves in October, November, December, and January. So let's get to it. Preparation for the next life. A Ugara woman moves to New York, where she finds herself laboring in a Chinatown underground kitchen. She faithfully encounters a man named Skinner, a young American soldier who just returned from his third tour of duty in the Middle East. They start to fall in love, and they discover the possibility of a better life together than what they would have had without each other. Right? Typical love story. It looks pretty decent, but it is coming out in very limited release, so it'll probably be on video demand very soon. Um, Orlando Bloom, The Cut is coming out. A former boxing champ trains for redemption after his career altering defeat. However, his training becomes a mess as his obsession takes hold and reality unveils a start to a spiral that is terrifying. So, it looks pretty good. Orlando Bloom definitely worked his butt off on this movie to give himself the look of a boxer. So, hats off to him on that one. And we'll see how it does at the box office this weekend. A comedy called The Baltimoreans. A newly sober man's Christmas Eve dental emergency leads to an unexpected romance with his older dentist as they explore Baltimore together. So this is one of those May-December relationships, and it's pretty funny, um, and that will also be out in limited release. Another movie coming out in limited release, Twinless. This is about two men who lost their respective twins, uh, but they develop a friendship after meeting in a support group. Um, and again, they start to bond as though they are separated at birth, kind of twins. So again, it's a very cutesy kind of movie, and that also will be in limited release. So let's talk about this movie called The Threesome. So we've all seen these kind of movies, and they don't, they have many different aspects of what a threesome looks like or how a relationship works around these things. But and we kind of had that with Splitsville, with um, the friend of the guy who were basically swingers. Um, and so, but this is a little bit different take on this. So this one is after an unexpected threesome. with a crush, a young man and two women are left to deal with the real world consequences. So, in the trailer, this guy has a crush on this girl. She doesn't really want him until a friend of his says, "Why don't you go and try to talk to some other women and maybe her feelings will come out and you guys can, start to be together." So he does, and now she kind of finds him more attractive because he's able to talk to another woman. So they start dating. He runs into this woman that he had met at the bar to kind of get her, um, his crush's attention. They unfortunately have a threesome that leads to both women getting pregnant. So now he must morally decide what he needs to do. Now he wants to obviously be with his crush, but at the same time he does not want to leave the other one in the lurch. So there is the comedic parts where he's kind of stuck in these situations, and there's a lot of one-liners from people around him. Obviously, his woman that he's with. So, but again, a threesome that ends in both pregnancies. It's never been done before, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this actually turns out to be, other than funny and kind of silly at the same time. Finally, the big movie for the weekend, The Conjuring, Last Rites. I won't spend a lot of time on this until I see the movie, which I will see this weekend. But because I'm a part-time paranormal investigator, I've done some stuff, and if you haven't seen any of that stuff, and I know I've promoted this the last 2 weeks, and I'm going to do it again because I will be finally releasing some of this stuff. But The Conjuring Last Rites is the last movie that will have the Warrens.
The devil has come to Pennsylvania.
Jack and Janet Smurl claim that an evil presence has found its way into their home.
8 people live in this house. 8 people have experienced this. 8 people are not crazy.
So, when did this start?
Heather's confirmation.
7th of September.
There's something in the attic. Ed, there's an evil here. Something I've felt before. This thing in your house is a demon. It's the first one that we ever encountered. We were young. We were scared. We ran away. And after all these years, it wasn't done with our family.
St. Michael, defend us. Be our safeguard against the devil.
In nomine Patris, et Filii et Spiritus Sanctus, by the power of our Lord Jesus Christ.
I don't know how to protect you this time.
There is some truth to their story, but at the same time, it's kind of the last one for the Warrens, where they stopped investigating. So there's a lot of misconceptions over this movie, and again, I'll go over it, when I do review the movie. So this, again, if you are a big fan of the Conjuring series with all the spin-offs and so on, you'll want to see this to finish off the Warrens part of the Conjuring. And again, I've got a lot to say about the paranormal community in general, my thoughts on the Warrens, and the Warrens Museum that is been bought by a comedian, and just the stuff that I've seen in the last 2 days about it. But I'll go over that in another episode, so tune in for that as well. Alright, that being said, so The Conjuring will probably get into the top 5 this week. I do not see it topping Weapons, because Weapons is still going pretty strong. I mean, it jumped back to number 1, should have been number 1 last weekend as well, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe The Conjuring will, because of everything that's going on around the Warrens Museum at the moment. So, but let's get into the top 5, and in my top 5 is The Conjuring movie, because I want to see what Hollywood has done with this bit of information. Again, there's a lot of stories behind this movie, and why this was such a big Warrens, or why this was one of the Warrens cases that Hollywood wanted, I'm not sure, but we'll see how Hollywood handles it. But this is my number 5. Number 4, a movie called Tin Soldier, and hopefully we'll have the trailer here. If not, this stars Robert De Niro and Jamie Foxx, and you'll see on the trailer it looks pretty decent, and hopefully you'll go out and see it.
The reason that you're in front of me right now is because the system failed you. You have been beaten, you have been pounded over and over again. But you have still not lost any of your worth.
I want to be free.
What do you want to do?
We fight him. We change things.
Should have taken care of him years ago.
Presumed cult leader known as the Bakushi.
There's a fine line between genius and insanity. He's branched out like a cancer. Cut off the head, the body will die. We slip in and we take out the Bakushi. We both need something here.
You're the only one who knows that place.
This is the last chance for you to save her life.
I was leaving with her, or not leaving at all.
March on! What do we do? Say it! We march on!
An extreme threat requires extreme measures.
You got one last shot.
This is the beginning of the end.
Like I said, a wild trailer, and it looks pretty good, and hopefully it is as good as it looks. So those are my 2 there. We've got number 3 on my list, The Strangers Part 2. Again, this has become such a crazy little franchise. Started, I believe, in 2008 with the first one. Then it had a sequel, and now 2 prequels, as Part 2 is here. Take a look at the trailer, hopefully.
Come on, Sheriff. We all want to hear about who killed that young couple. Why are you doing this to us?
Because you're here.
The girl didn't die.
I knew you wouldn't leave me. Is Tamara here?
So you're the one everybody's talking about? The one that survived. You were stabbed, right? What'd it feel like?
I felt like they liked it. It was some kind of ritual.
But it's been going on for years.
Who are they? Why are they doing this?
Does there have to be a why?
And now we look at The Long Walk as my number 2. This is a Stephen King novel turned into a movie starring Mark Hamill. And when I first saw this trailer, obviously I didn't read the book, but when I first saw this trailer, I was like, man, this is going to look amazing. So hopefully you will agree. This is my number 2. The Long Walk. Take a look.
I'm Ray Garrity. You can call me Ray.
Prima Greens.
Hank Olson's the name. Walking's my game.
I ain't many that are built like me. I'm the last of my kind.
We did the very first long walk years ago to inspire everyday people.
Smile, boys. You're on candid camera. Man, you gotta not think about the things out of your control. Think about your plan.
Personally, I can't stop thinking about all that money.
You'll never find another like me. I'm the last of my kind.
Bert, warning. Okay, just keep walking. That's right. Just keep walking. Yeah, that's it, kid. That's it. Second warning. Third warning.
It takes heavy sack to sign up for this contest. I'm not gonna go through the whole rule book, but it boils down to this. If you fall below the speed of 3 miles per hour, you get your ticket. Walk until there's only one of you left. Who's ready to win?
Yeah, it took me a while to realize the truth of this. This is walk or die.
Warning.
You'll walk as long as you can.
Warning.
But sometimes the body won't listen.
Warning.
For some, your heart will stop.
Warning.
For others, your brain.
Warning.
And the blood will flow suddenly.
Warning. Warning.
There's one winner.
Warning.
And no finish line.
I think you're sensing a theme here as another horror movie makes the top 5. So 4 out of the 5 are actually going to be horror films this month. And of course, again, we're ramping into spooky season. So of course, number 1 is definitely horrifying. Jordan Peele does it again with another, hopefully, classic from him. Although a few of his movies didn't really do well with me. But when I do see this movie, I will do a Jordan Peele little look at his movies and rank them like I've done with some other directors. So here is the trailer for my number 1, Him.
Do I look at you or the camera?
You'll just look right at me. You'll just ignore the camera.
Okay.
There are a lot of people saying you could be the next great quarterback. I can already see it now. Cam running down the tunnel with the crowd chanting his name.
I hear you've been invited to train with legend Isaiah White himself. Care to elaborate?
I want to be the GOAT.
Cameron King. Great meeting you. I'm a fan.
That's crazy. I damn near worshipped you growing up.
Who are you?
I'm him.
Who are you?
I'm him. Mata.
Let's play a little catch. We going to the league! You want to play at your highest level? You want to be a legend? Because let me tell you something. This ain't a game. Who are they? Just gonna toss the ball around a little. You wanna hit this? You can't handle it. I understand. Oh, too slow.
Wait, what are we doing?
That man's smile about to be on the floor. This is how you do your teammate?
What is this?
Shut hard! Equal loves, enemies, shut hard! Shut hard! Shut hard! In this game, violence is rewarded, so learn to enjoy it. Get your shit together! Activate my hit.
Cam, are you okay?
I think something's off.
You want to know what you're getting yourself into.
Now we playing some football!
Don't have to do this.
Activate my hit. I've never been more certain of anything in my life. And how bad does Cameron Cade want it? I ain't a killer, but don't push me. I'm not just gonna give it to you. You got to take it from me. I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
What if I say no?
Run. Think of it as a gift from the God. But don't push me. So what are you willing to sacrifice?
Yes, some crazy trailers for this month's top 5. Again, 4 out of the 5 are horror films by the genre. Tin Soldiers looks pretty good. There were some other ones that didn't make the cut that I am looking forward to as well. And, there's always next month, but most likely it's going to be another horror-themed top 5. Obviously, spooky season. So, I have one more trailer to drop, and of course it's kind of on the theme of spooky horror. It is from Marvel. Yes, it is a Marvel, but it is a Marvel animated film, or no, TV series, I'm sorry. It'll be on Disney Plus at the end of this month. It is called Marvel Zombies. So again, the trailer dropped yesterday, and if you haven't seen it yet, hopefully it'll be here right now, because I've been looking forward to this, so has George, and from the trailer, I think Disney knocks this out of the park, or Marvel knocks it out of the park for Disney Plus. So here is a preview of Marvel's latest TV series, Marvel Zombies.
All the Avengers are dead. And they're coming for us.
All right, we got a world to save.
Namor.
Shit. Whoa. That's how you do that then.
Wow.
So, my Marvel fans, get hyped for this. Alright, so we've got a great little show here for Disney Plus, and we've got 3 big movies that we're looking forward to, and then plenty of more stuff that Marvel is doing. As I've mentioned on several occasions, they've got things in the pipeline, but the 3 big ones for right now is obviously Spider-Man Brand New Day, Doomsday, and then Secret Wars next year. So just fair warning, people, if you are a Marvel fan and you keep seeing leaks and so on and news about this and that, just take it with a grain of salt. People are trying to divulge any information that they can possibly divulge from a big movie like this, and it's really sad that people are digging into a lot of stuff and so on about, what's going on the set, who's there, and so on. Can we just not do that? Like, it would be really nice. Let's just get the information from the Russos or from, Kevin Feige. Let's just, instead of having all these stupid little rumors and everything else, just let them film the movie. It's going to be amazing regardless. There's going to be so many people in it, and then there's going to be so many more people in Secret Wars. Let's just let them film it and stop with all the nonsense. All right. That being said, y'all look for. I've got plenty of reviews coming up this week. I did see Honey Don't, Eeny Meeny, Borderline. Both of those are Samara Weaving movies. I also saw Thursday Murder Club on Netflix. Very funny movie. And I've seen a few more, so I will get some of that stuff out. More shorts. I know I've been really lacking in the shorts in the last 2 weeks, but again, it's hard to do sometimes, and with George going back to school and the end of summer, basically, it just takes a lot of time. But hopefully we'll get back on track. More shorts, more reviews, more news. And hopefully that means more subscribers. So like, subscribe, comment, share, tell your friends. Let's keep this ball rolling. I mean, I did the 100th episode a couple weeks ago. If you haven't seen it yet, please do. And hopefully there'll be, 200, 250, so on and so forth. So I will see you all at the movies.
You like that, baby? Let him know where I came from, yeah!
See you next time. Bye.
Waiting for you. Goodbye. 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 Hasta la vista, baby.
That's all, folks.